Hi, Doug Stworski for the US Access Institute LLC. Today we look at one specific element in our lesson series called Accessibility by the Element. That's where we take a quick look at the accessibility requirements and one specific element. We also do a comparison of the different ADA and state access codes and standards. We try to cover it from coast to coast. Remember, our goal is eliminating the confusion and access compliance. So check us out at www.usaccessinstitute.com. Okay, here we go. First, we start with the periodic table of accessible elements. It's not a real table in the access standard sense of things, but hey, we want to make access fun. And then we look at section 612.2, and that covers any bench requirements, and benches is the focus of this video. So rule number 1 in access is always to start in scoping, but chapter 2 on scoping in the ADA is silent on benches. So we'll begin in the technical sections of chapter 6 for starters. So back in section 612.2, it reads where seating is provided in saunas and steam rooms, at least one bench shall comply with 903, and we'll get to 903 in a minute. There is an exception. A readily removable bench shall be permitted to obstruct the turning space and the clear floor or ground space that is required. Our next stop is section 803 on dressing, fitting, and locker rooms. Then we go to 803.4 on benches, and it reads, a bench complying with section 903 shall be provided within the room. So here a bench is required, not just if it's provided. Here it is required. Our next section is 807 on holding cells and housing cells. Then section 807.2.2 on benches and cells with mobility features, and it says, where benches are provided, at least one bench shall comply with 903. So they're not required, but if they are provided, then one shall comply. Section 903 provides all the accessible technical requirements for the bench provided. Section 903.2 states that a clear floor or ground space shall be provided and be positioned at the end of the bench seat and parallel to the short axis of the bench as shown in the figure. Section 903.3 states that benches shall have seats that are 42 inches long minimum and 20 to 24 inches deep. The 2022 California Building Code requires benches to be 48 inches long minimum, so 6 inches longer than the ADA standards. 903.4 back support. The bench shall provide for back support or shall be affixed to a wall. Back support shall be 42 inches long minimum and shall extend from a point 2 inches maximum above the seat surface to a point 18 inches minimum above the seat surface. Back support shall be 2.5 inches maximum from the rear edge of the seat measured horizontally. Section 903.5 on height says that the top of the bench seat surface shall be 17 to 19 inches above the finished floor or ground. Section 903.6 on structural strength states that allowable stresses shall not be exceeded for materials used when a vertical or horizontal force of 250 pounds is applied at any point on the seat, fastener, mounting device, or supporting structure. Section 903.7 on wet locations state that where installed in wet locations, the surface of the seat shall be slip resistant and shall not accumulate water. So in closing, not all benches are required to comply, and when they must comply, the requirements are consistent across the U.S. standards, except in California, where the length is increased to 48 inches minimum. So thanks for watching, and remember that here at the US Access Institute LLC, our goal is eliminating the confusion and access compliance. So check us out at www.usaccessinstitute.com.